Well, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for attending Extraordinary Investor. And, I've been an investor and been working with investors for over 20 years and in real estate specifically. I also do some other investing, crypto coins and different stocks that have just been amazing. One has increased by about eightfold this year. And it's just a lot of different opportunities, with all this change that we've had in the world, that with the pandemic and with Black Lives Matter and protests and reform, the elections, that there's been a lot of change. And what a lot of change does is actually brings us lots of opportunities. And so my investors last year had the best year. Most of them have had the best years ever. And you can have the best year this year. And it's all a matter of understanding on how life plays and what's the most important things. And I'm sure you've heard about thoughts become things. And in essence, that thoughts do become things. And I know how to make that happen, if you will, and I have helped many people. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to be offering today, and I have a real special surprise at the end of this. And this should only be about 20 minutes or so, but it's going to go through the different steps that will help you to become a great investor. And let me share with you that a lot of people think like, oh, it's not my mindset, and it's other things, and that helps me to be a successful investor. And really, it all starts with mindset, that our thought creates energy, and that energy creates matter. And in this case, our thought about investing, and I have developed the critical areas to think properly, if you will, about the wanted about these areas. And I'm calling it extraordinary investor. And that you will become an extraordinary investor. And again, I have a surprise that I actually just thought of it this morning on how you're going to really enjoy the surprise I have at the end of this, but you're going to love the information about Extraordinary Investor. And this is a 7-week program. 7 sessions. It's going to actually start this Thursday. Every one of the sessions will be recorded. So you will, if you can't make this week or whatever in the future, that you will have access to it. I will also need your emails if you want to participate, because every week there will be a specific handout that we're going to go through, and it's going to help you to be thinking more about the things that you want and thinking about life and investment opportunities in the way that will help you become a magnet to attract investments and the ideal investments for you. And so a little background of me, that I've been in real estate for over 25 years, been investor for over 20 years. In fact, my first investment was investing in a mortgage company. And then I invested in a real estate company, and then I invested in properties, and from commercial to wholesaling to flipping houses, all of that. In fact, right now we're currently doing about $1 billion worth of investments, and so there's an opportunity for you to join our resources on how to do that. For example, the #1 apartment building buyer in America. He's done over 10,000 buy and sells on apartment buildings. And I had, in fact, a real estate professional last year make over $1 million on one deal, and they didn't have to put any money in it. And basically, we had the money. They found the good deal for us, and we kept it for 10 months and flipped it, made a couple million, and gave $1 million to that person that found that opportunity for us. And the other important thing to understand on who I am, if you will, is that I'm a mental scientist. That's where that Dr. Hank comes from. And so I literally, because thoughts become things, and the first step, all of science has agreed in the last 5 years that everything starts with our thought. And so quantum physicists, microbiologists, they've all recognized and agreed that everything starts with our thought. And so I will help you in order to think yourself into everything that you want. And so I have the America's number one mindset training, and it'll all be around this extraordinary investor. So I'm going to go through the overview of the program to get on it. And the first one starts with building a winning and prosperous mindset. So this will be the first session. It'll be Thursday. It's at 1 o'clock Eastern at noon. And let me just check that, make sure I got those times right. That actually it'll be 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central Time. And so, and it'll be this Thursday, and we're going to talk about building this winning and prosperous mindset. And I'll give you an example. I was talking the other day to an investor, and the investor needed some help. And so we started out the conversation, and he said, listen, I've done all the training. I have Chris Prefontaine. You may, many of you probably know him and how great his training is. And he can literally, you could be an investor on terms. Don't need any money, any credit. He's just an amazing guy and a teaching. Anyways, this investor that I was talking to went through other investment programs, and he had all the knowledge. Everything was good. And then he told me, and it's really a funny story because, he laughed at himself when he realized it, because he goes, and he has a great mindset. And I said, oh, really? Well, tell me about that. And he goes, well, he reads some real good, positive books, and he has a good mindset. And I said, that's cool. So what's going on? How can I help you? And he goes, well, the market is just awful. There was a bid on a house, and 20 investors were there, and they overbid that house and the value of it. And it's just miserable. And I don't have anybody to talk to, and there's just nobody to talk to. And he just kept on going and going about what a miserable business he had. And I said, you think your mindset is good? And he goes, well, yeah, I'm just telling you what's happening. And see, and that's the issue, is that we look at what is happening, and really that's old news. It is from before the past of your thinking before that created whatever you're experiencing right now. We're the creator of our own experience. And so we have to take credit and responsibility of everything that happens in our life. And it happens because of our thoughts. And, a lot of people say, oh, that's not true, that I never wanted to be in a car accident, or I never wanted my business to go south. But the fact is that what happened is you were listening to the news, you were listening to other people, you were witnessing things in front of you, instead of understanding that this is an inside job. See, what happens is, that's your prayer. And so this investor's prayer was about, there's nobody to talk to. There's no deals, that the deals that are available, that there's all these investors around there. So what he did is he basically, in simplified terms, that he was praying, because our thought, our every moment, every red hot moment that we're thinking about, that it starts creating for us. And the more we think about it, the more it's going to appear in our lives. And And so when he said, hey, there's nobody to talk to, God says, if you will, God says, okay, I'll give you more people not to talk to. And that, oh, and there aren't any deals. Okay, I'll show you not enough deals. But the fact is that each one of us have the power to be able to call forth with our all-powerful thought, with our words, that we can call forth whatever we want to be, do, and have. When we ask for more, so more investments, more ideal investments, and I'm going to help you with all of this thinking about that, or ideal anything. You can just say ideal and fill in the blank. In this case, we're going to focus on investment. And you ask for an ideal investment, whether it's an apartment building, whether it's more houses to flip, whatever you're looking for in real estate investing, that no, when you ask for it, God will make more of it for you. There are opportunities everywhere. Don't believe what your eyes are telling you. Like your eyes are telling you, I'm right now on the 15th floor overlooking this beautiful view. And I'm telling you, my eyes are telling me that the world is flat. Well, the world isn't flat, right? Yeah, it's a round world. But so we are deceived by what we are experiencing. And so when we can realize that it is our thought that creates our future, and you will start thinking about the things that you want, and you will start attracting people, investments, circumstances, and thoughts that will put you on your merry path and your prosperous path, where you'll be walking down the corridor of joy, and the doors of abundance are going to be opening wide for you. And so that's going to be the first session. So how exciting is that? And just because I want to honor our time, that the second session is most people say, oh, and you got to have goals. And typically they're doing God's work. God's work is the how. God will figure out the how. You just figure out what you want and why you want it. But you got to feel good about it. You got to believe it. You got to expect it. Okay. So we're going to set for you some more, it'll be more general, but good feeling, high flying, high vibrational desires that you will then be able to manifest. And so it's just exciting when you have the right vibration on the things of your, and again, I don't use the word goals, use desires and make it personal and get the energy in there. In fact, one technique, and so there's always value in every talk I give. And so here's one technique that when you get a closing, you get money. Okay, you get money anyway. You find a penny on the floor. You have a closing that you get paid. On an investment. Whatever. You sell something, get paid. Then what you want to do is you want to create more energy about that, so you can have more closings and more money. And the way to do that is to clap, and to clap like this. Yes, 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 yes. And go ahead, do that right now. And hopefully, I know you're a little embarrassed to do it in front of other people. Hey, I'm doing it in front of all of you. Go, yes, 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 yes. Okay, so think right now about the last closing, last money you got, and just go, yes, 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 yes. And what that will do is that'll start that energy and keep that energy going, and you'll get the momentum going. What happens with most people is that they get the wrong momentum, the momentum of what they don't want, a rabbit hole, if you will, and they go out down there with their health, with their relationships, with, whatever, their business, their investments. And so we're going to help you in order to have those high flying desires to where you're going like that all the time, because there is magic, and you will start creating the magic in your life the way that you want it. Now, the third session that we're going to be is how to attract ideal clients, but not only clients, investments. And so we're going to focus in on, hey, because see, if you don't ask for it, you're not going to get it. So we're going to actually delve into what is the ideal investment for you, and that you will then be able to, once you have clarity, and it's kind of a divine word, if you will, clarity. Once you have clarity on what your ideal clients is, prospects are, investments are, that once you have clarity on that you'll be able to ask for it and ask the way that you want it. And this is, by the way, this is specifically designed for investors. I've done similar programs like this with Fortune 100 companies around the world, with other real estate professionals, and they all get results. And all you need to do is do the simple, easy steps that literally I'm going to give you things that will help you to improve your thinking on a moment by moment basis that will improve your investments, your wealth, and build your business the way that you want it. The fourth session is really an incredible one. And in fact, I did it a few weeks ago with another group, and we were literally flying in heaven, man. We found our superpower. And I really call it super love, but most people think power is it. And really, love is the most, the energy that creates the most. Fear is the second most powerful energy that creates what we don't want. And so I'm going to help you to really blow out the fear out of there. Oh, there's not enough, whatever, and lack, limitation, whatever. Blow that fear out and replace it with that love, and you're going to become a magnet to the things that you want, and you'll have your unique edge. It doesn't matter what the market's doing, doesn't matter what the world's doing, it matters what you're doing, and you're going to tap in to your superpower that's going to give you that unique edge. And then in the fifth session, together, we're going to amplify our influence. And you're going to hear techniques on how to be more influential and have any conversation, whether it's developing an investment, whether it's with your spouse, your kids, whoever, but you're going to find out the magic that you've never heard, I guarantee you've never heard before, on how to really influence other people and communicate with your prospects, with your clients, and really with all the people that are meaningful in your life. And then the sixth session is going to be doing work that matters. And so I actually call that high payoff activities. And so you're going to get focus like a laser. So when we get our focus split, that split energy, if you will, doesn't manifest very much, and for sure not very quickly. What I'm going to do is take that split energy, and what you're going to do, I'm going to show you the path, be on that corridor of joy with the doors of abundance opening wide for you, and walking down that corridor, and to understand and be focused like a laser on what you desire. And the more that you think about what you want and get away from what is happening or get away from the past, God is never in your past. God is always in your future, always thinking about what you desire, and knows the fastest, easiest path to get to everything that you want. Your desire, your desires, your investments, your happiness, okay, your freedom, all the things that you want, that you're going to be focused like a laser in order to get it. And then the seventh session, and the last one, is really a bonus session, and it's where you're going to learn how to increase your business intuition. And you're going to understand the difference between the chatter in your head, I call that the committee, and what is the true, your higher power, if you will, really communicating with you and giving you all the answers and solutions. You are going to be, by session 7, a magnet to all of the things that you want. And so to more business, more money, more wealth, more prosperity, more happiness, better relationships, and you're going to really start enjoying life more. There's no more sacrifice, working hard. That what it is you're going to discover the secrets to life that are going to take your investments and your wealth to a whole new level and take you to a whole new level. Now, there's a couple of ways to sign up, but I'm going to, as I promised you in this a brief overview of Extraordinary Investor that starts this Thursday, that you can actually see it there. You can register here at that link. However, that normally this is $697, that at that link I reduced it by $200 and it's $497. But what I'm doing just for you that are on this right now, that, and if you've already paid the higher price, I'll give you the refund on it, but it's just $249 for you to participate in this. If you do this, all you need to do is text me, and my cell is 214-753-7204. Again, you go to that link, it'll show you a lot of what I just showed you today. In fact, I'll send you a video if you want to review this again. But the way to get half off the already discounted price and get these 7 amazing sessions that are going to literally change your life. I've had people around the world. I'm working right now with people in Canada and Italy and Australia, all over the world. And that you're going to be able to get all of this magic, all of this information that I guarantee you that much of the information you haven't heard before, and once you hear it, it'll be so easy. So there's a way for you to, again, you can hit that and register there, and or you can simply text me at 214-753-7204. And if you do that, put in, or when you do that now, okay, 214-753-7204, and just text me your email. Because on Thursday, you're going to have a handout every day, every week. You're going to get a handout that it's going to be very active. So it's not just listening to Dr. Hank. We're going to be all helping each other. And you're going to see, we're going to foam up, we're going to just rise up together, and it's going to be very interactive, and it's going to be fun, and we're going to all be there to help each other. So you're going to hear about the new exciting information to help you to build your business, and then we're going to play together, and we're going to really get to know each other. We're going to understand each other. We're going to help each other in order to grow our respective businesses. And so if you do that, and then the other thing is that I'm going to give you, and some of you I've actually mailed this to, for those of you that were on a previous session, but your royal path to riches. And this is how to tap in to your subconscious mind. And this book is free, and I will even mail it to you, a hard copy. So you can get a soft copy today on this, but it is how to tap in to your subconscious mind. But if you text me, 214-753-7204, text me your email and your address, your physical address, that I will mail you your royal path to riches, which is a way to tap into the kingdom within each one of us, our subconscious minds. And see, it's about getting our conscious mind to agree with our subconscious mind, and that this will be the way in order to help you to understand on how to get that agreement and how to sync and improve your thoughts that sink into your subconscious mind to create better health, wealth, and success for you. And so again, this is Dr. Hank, Extraordinary Investor, coming up for you this Thursday. I need to email you the handout that we're going to all be playing with on that. At again, it would be on this Thursday, the 11th, at 10:30 Central Time, 11:30 Eastern. And for those of you in other areas, figured out whatever time that is in other time zones. But I look forward to seeing you, to building your investment portfolio for you to become everything that you have wanted. So with that, I thank you all very much, and give me a text. Look forward to seeing you on Thursday to start this new year in a way that you've never started any year, and to build your business and build your life the way you want. Love you all. Thanks so much. Bye bye.